Information Security, Nigerian Computer Society, and the British Computer Society, as well as the Bureau of Cyber Security and Cyber Security Specialist of the British Computer Society. He is also a registered computer scientist with the Computer Professional Association Council of Nigeria and of others. Professor Ibrahim is happy married with children. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in the welcome
I would like to call on the registrar of the Federal Polytechnic National to present an award.
As mentioned, one has the Western education. When you come to the Islamic point of view, the great scholar who has arrived at the age of 9 years. People come together with one to say what happens to the age and the society. Sometimes it's not this is not as it has a special brain that the computer this is a great honor to you to give the recognition of your work experience.
جزاكم الله خيرا ان شاء الله. May Allah's peace, mercy and blessings be upon you. In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful and the especially merciful. Our Royal Father, His Highness, the Emir of Nasarawa, Alhaji Ibrahim Usman Jibrin CON, the member House of Representatives, Honorable Prince Abdul Latif, Vice Chair of Committee on Pension, the Acting Rector of the Federal Polytechnic Nasarawa, Dr. Hawa Tanko Muhammad, Principal Officers of the Polytechnic here present, the two lead paper presenters here present, the Vice Chancellor of Muhammad Kamaluddin University, Ilorin, Nasarawa, Kwara State, Professor Rashid Bengajimo, and also the former Deputy Rector, Dr. Abdullahi B. Makama, other Deputy Rectors here present, academics here present, ladies and gentlemen of the press, all other protocols duly and respectfully observed. Good afternoon to all of you, and may peace, mercy and blessings be upon you once again. I begin by thanking our Creator Allah for blessing us with the golden opportunity to converge on this campus, Federal Polytechnic Nasarawa, in order to present and also participate in an international conference entitled as Emerging Technologies for Sustainable Economic Development and National Security. Furthermore, permit me also to appreciate the Polytechnic for inviting me to serve as the keynote speaker. In addition, permit me to once again appreciate our father, as he said my colleague, but rather I always intend to say my senior colleague, who served at the Federal Executive Council from 2015 to 2018, His Highness the Emir of Nasarawa. When I arrived here, I decided to pay homage to His Highness before coming to the Polytechnic. That has been my tradition. Whenever I visit a town or any city for any event, if time permits, I always begin by paying my homage to our royal fathers and also to beg for their blessings. I went to his palace and I was received with a very warm reception. And also, His Highness led our delegation to this Polytechnic for the conference. We are grateful to our Father, and we pray to the Almighty to reward him immensely. As I earlier mentioned, the theme of our conference in this Polytechnic is Emerging Technologies for Sustainable Economic Development and National Security. This theme is very apt and also very relevant. I have been agitating for a paradigm shift in our higher education institutions of learning in the area of curriculum, in the area of the courses we offer in our universities, our polytechnics, our colleges of education. There is an urgent need of a paradigm shift. Some of the courses being offered with all sense of responsibility to our colleagues, some of the courses are outdated. We live in a situation where we sometimes offer courses for diploma, NCE, HND, degrees, master's, PhD in areas where the demand for that courses reduced by more than 90%. We are producing what we are not in need in that capacity. Some of the courses that are being offered, if you ask yourself, where are you going to employ the graduates in Nigeria? Even you as a lecturer, you will be found wanting because the courses are outdated. Some of them are not relevant. Some of them, the demand has been reduced by more than 90%. I don't want to cite any example with any course here. I'm not here to provoke anybody. Please, apologies. Furthermore, there are courses that are in demand globally. For example, the World Economic Forum predicted that in the next few years, we are going to have a minimum of 133 million new jobs in the area of emerging technologies. 133 million new jobs globally. So if you look at the courses that are related to emerging technologies being offered in our university, you will strongly agree with me that what we are producing is highly insufficient in Nigeria, not to talk of Africa or globally. So the new paradigm shift is we need to immediately adjust and produce what is in demand globally. The courses that their demand has reduced significantly, we need to reduce the total number of graduates that we are producing. I don't want to cite any example. We have so many courses in art, in social sciences, so many courses even in science that they are not in demand today. But unfortunately, we are producing more than what is required. And this is indeed very important. We need to have a paradigm shift. And that is why I commend the Dean of the Faculty of ICT in this Polytechnic, Dr. Badmos, and his team for coming up with this very important theme. Emerging technologies for sustainable economic development and national security. Permit me to analyze the topic into three so that we can approach it through divide and conquer approach. The first part is emerging technologies. The second part is economic development. Then we can go further and explain sustainable economic development. And the third part is national security. Firstly, we need to ask ourselves, for those of us that are not from sciences, what is emerging technology? We can simply say, for a layman to understand, emerging technology is a new technology, or rather an old technology that is evolving and being transformed. So when you say emerging technology, you are making reference to new technologies. Today, we are in the fourth industrial revolution. Emerging technologies in the fourth industrial revolution can be referred to artificial intelligence with its branches of machine learning and deep learning, Internet of Things, robotics, cybersecurity, augmented reality and virtual reality, blockchain technology and its branches, nanotechnology, biotechnology, cloud computing and quantum computing, including like smart farming, digital farming, among others. All these technologies are part and parcel of what we call emerging technologies. And they are also called disruptive technologies. And they are also called in fourth industrial revolution technologies. So these technologies, if you look at them, they are called emerging technologies. And if you look at them carefully, you will discover that slowly but surely, they are taking over all our sectors of our economy, security, commerce, and others. Today, you will discover that there are many applications of emerging technologies in education, in research, many applications of emerging technology in security, in commerce, in agriculture, in industry, in health, among others. So these emerging technologies, in real sense, they are not being considered only as an independent sector, but rather they are the key enablers of other sectors. They are unlocking many opportunities in other sectors. When you deploy them in security, they will enhance your capabilities. When you deploy them in education, they will enhance research and development. They will enhance precision and accuracy. They will save time and energy, among others. When you deploy them in security, they will enhance precision and accuracy. They will bring safety and they will bring safety, and they will simplify the process of intelligence gathering, information sharing, among many other applications. So in real sense, emerging technologies are no more an independent sector, but rather they are the key enablers. They are the key enhancers of other sectors. You deploy them in each and every sector, they will simplify your work, they will enhance the precision and accuracy, they will save time and energy, they will save costs, and many more. So in summary, this is what emerging technology is all about. And they are part and parcel of the fourth industrial revolution, or what we call Industry 4.0. Are you following? Superficially, we move to the second stage, that is economic development. What is economic development? Economic development can simply be defined as the processes, programs, policies, and activities that are being implemented in order to improve the well-being of citizens and also the quality of their lives. So policies, programs, initiatives, and activities that are being formulated and also being implemented in order to enhance the living condition of citizens and also to improve the quality of their life is what economic development is all about. In summary, you can safely say that economic development actually is the actual interpretation, or it is practically being interpreted by the gross domestic product of a country. While gross domestic product of a country can safely be defined as the value of the finished goods and services that are being produced within the country within a specific period of time, with a formula of consumer spending, business investment, government spending, plus net exports. So these four combined together will give you what GDP of a country is all about. And GDP of a country can explain to you clearly the economic development of that country. Today in Nigeria, we know our gross domestic product. However, gross domestic product cannot always gives you the quality of life until and unless when you consider GDP per head or GDP per capita of that country. GDP per capita can be explained as the total nominal GDP. Nominal GDP can be translated into the actual business activities of that country, which is being converted into USD and also being compared with other countries. So nominal GDP to be divided by the total population of that country gives you the actual GDP per head or GDP per capita. Are you following? So in real sense, the physical economic development can be discerned, can be understood through looking at the quality of the life of the citizens. Firstly, Human Development Index. 2, GDP per head. 3, the actual nominal GDP. 4, life expectancy. 5, the level of literacy of that community or that country. So this is in summary some of the practical things that can define the actual economic development of a country. Then when we say sustainable economic development, attaching that adjective of sustainable, sustainable can simply be defined as an effort to ensure the maintenance of a certain level or rate, when you put an effort to ensure that something is sustained and is maintained within a period of time, then we can call it a sustainability. So sustainable economic development is our ability to maintain economic growth, because economic growth can be determined by comparing the gross domestic product of at least 2 or more years. When you say the first quarter of 2023 compared with the first quarter of 2024, with this you will be able to see the percentage of GDP increase. That GDP increase is the actual economic growth, or rather the actual GDP growth, as the case may be. So the ability to maintain that economic growth and to sustain it can be achieved through sustainable GDP growth. For example, certain years you will discover our GDP growth in Nigeria is around 3%, which is supposed to be around 7%. If you go to the developed countries, you will discover that their GDP growth is slower than the developing countries. Why? The 5 largest economy globally when it comes to countries. Number 1 is the US. Number 2, China. Number 3, previously it was Germany, but recently Japan. Number 4, Germany. Number 5, India. Number 6, United Kingdom. If you look at the largest economy globally, these 6 countries, you will discover that their economy is not built on natural resources, oil and gas or energy. Their economy is built on technology, and recently on emerging technologies that are determining the success of the 4th Industrial Revolution. The economy of the US, as at December 2022, according to the International Monetary Fund, it was estimated to be 25.5 trillion USD. China, number 2, approximately 19.9 trillion USD. Japan, number 3, approximately 4.5 trillion USD. Germany, number 4, 4.1 trillion USD. India, number 5, approximately 3.9 trillion USD. United Kingdom, number 6, approximately 3.5 trillion USD. If you look at these 6 countries with the largest economy globally, they are not the countries that are leading in the area of oil and gas. They are not the countries that are blessed with natural resources, but rather they excel. They excel in emerging technologies, and they are the key enablers of other sectors. And by implication, they are controlling the global economy. Furthermore, look at the largest companies in the world, particularly by market capitalization. Market capitalization can be calculated by using the price multiplied by the total number of shares issued. So usually, sustainable companies have the highest market capitalization globally. Can you tell me the 10th largest companies in the world today? Can you tell me 5 of them today? Number 1 globally, when it comes to market capitalization, is what? Is Apple. Apple, the company that produces iPhone, iPad, MacBook, the company that produces software and hardware. This is the number one company today globally. This is not an oil and gas company. It's not an energy company, but rather a company that excels in the fourth industrial revolution. By implication, a company that excels in emerging technologies. Because Apple is a technology company. And today, the market capitalization of Apple was estimated at 3.3 trillion USD. Look at it, 3.3 trillion USD, while the entire GDP of Nigeria today is less than 500 billion USD. This is only a company established by few individuals, but with a market capitalization of 3.3 trillion USD. The second largest company globally, number two largest company globally by market capitalization as of today is Microsoft. Microsoft is a technology company that produces hardware, software, among others. Now they are into hardware as well. And they also excel in cloud computing. Of recent, they are into artificial intelligence. That is why they recently introduced CEO Microsoft AI. They are into artificial intelligence. Today, their market capitalization is estimated to be 3.1 trillion USD. The third largest company globally is Alphabet, the company that owns Google. Google is the largest and the biggest search engine, and it is also an artificial intelligence. And it is the company that owns YouTube, among others. Is the third largest company globally with a market value, market capitalization of around 2.5 trillion USD. Number four company, the fourth largest company globally, is what? NVIDIA. NVIDIA is also a technology company. Sometimes the third and fourth are exchanging their positions. Sometimes in some research you will discover NVIDIA is the third largest, did I mention the third largest company? Okay, it's Alphabet. So Alphabet and NVIDIA sometimes are exchanging their positions. Sometimes this is the third, this is the fourth, and sometimes the fourth could be the third. So NVIDIA is either the third or the fourth, with a market capitalization of around 2.3 trillion USD, and is a company that produces hardware and software. Is in the US. And of recent, they are into artificial intelligence, cloud computing, among others. Then number five largest company globally is Aramco. Aramco, that is Saudi Aramco, is an energy company. This is the fifth, with a market capitalization of around 1.9 trillion USD. Then number six is Amazon. Amazon is also a technology company that is into the e-commerce and of recent cloud computing as well, with a market capitalization of around 1.7 trillion USD. Then number seven is Meta. Meta is the company that owns like Facebook, WhatsApp, among others. Is the seventh largest company globally, and also is a company that is into virtual reality and augmented reality. Is a communication system company and is a technology company. So if you look at it, you will strongly agree with me that in countries, the countries that are into emerging technologies are leading the global economy. In terms of companies, the companies that are into disruptive technologies or emerging technologies, they are the companies that are leading in the global economy ranking. And the same with individuals. If you look at the richest people globally today, they are into emerging technologies. People like Jeffrey Bezos, people like Mark Zuckerberg, like Elon Musk and others, they are leading. They are the richest people globally, and they are into emerging technologies. So the economy of the world is no more about only natural resources or oil and gas. It is more about excelling in the fourth industrial revolution. If you take, for example, the application of emerging technologies in the Netherlands is a country which has landmass approximately 40,000 square kilometers. By implication, there are 6 states in Nigeria. Each and every one is larger than the Netherlands as a country. Number 1, Niger State, with a landmass of around 76,000 square kilometers. Number 2, Borno State, with a landmass of around 71 square kilometers. Number 3, Taraba, Kaduna number 4, Bauchi number 5, Yobe number 6. Each and every one of them is larger than the Netherlands in terms of landmass. But the Netherlands deployed emerging technologies into agriculture, what they call digital agriculture or smart agriculture. For example, with that small landmass and with a population that is averagely the same with the population of either Kano or Lagos, the entire population can be averagely the same with either Lagos or Kano, only one state. What they generated through smart agriculture, through deploying emerging technologies in 2017 is more than 10 times what Nigeria generated through oil and gas. More than 10 times. And they are the second largest exporter of agri-produce globally. And Niger State is almost twice the size of the Netherlands, and the second largest exporter. Second to the US, while the US is over 270 times larger than the Netherlands. So that is why emerging technologies, they are the key enablers of other sectors. And they are determining the world economy today. Whoever controls emerging technology, absolutely, he controls the world economy. That is our agitation, that during the first industrial revolution, in the 18th century, no African country was involved formally, because we have our own civilization prior to the first industrial revolution, like Egyptian civilization. Formally, first industrial revolution largely took place in Manchester and Liverpool in the United Kingdom. Second industrial revolution took place in the 19th century, largely in the UK, Belgium, Germany, France, and the US. The third industrial revolution took place in the UK, Europe, America, then Australia and Japan joined the third industrial revolution. If you look at the first, second, and third, no African country was involved. It is only in the fourth industrial revolution today that the African countries are not far away from the developed countries. This is the only industrial revolution that we are not far from the developed countries. By implication, we need to insist on our paradigm shift that we must excel in emerging technologies. The fourth industrial revolution, with all sense of responsibility and with all sense of humility, is not only about the institution I have attended. I have given so many examples. I am not discouraging our younger ones from obtaining certificates, either diploma, HND, degree, NCE, MSc, PhD. I'm not discouraging. I obtain many. And I enroll all my children into schools. At least I have 2 biological children that graduated from university. I have a daughter who is a medical doctor today. So we are not discouraging our children, our younger ones, our mentees from acquiring certificates. However, we are always frank to remind them that in the fourth industrial revolution, certificate alone is not enough. Certificate without skills is not enough. Certificate without practical knowledge is not enough. Most of us are confusing knowledge and skills. The ability to understand factual information is what knowledge is all about. However, skills requires you to be able to hands-on implement the factual information you learn through your knowledge. Most of our graduates today, you will discover they only garbage in and garbage out theories and hypotheses. A graduate of computer science cannot troubleshoot your computer as his father. Sometimes you need to invite a dropout from university to come and fix it for you. We are not discouraging our younger ones from certificates. However, and unfortunately, in the fourth industrial revolution, certificate is not enough. That is why we prioritize certificates so much. And this is what brought about serious challenge of unemployment on one hand and unemployability on the other. There are many graduates today, they are unemployable. If you employ them, they will not be able to validate the certificate they have presented to you. They will not be able to. So that is why our paradigm shift that we always encourage, there are global models that are being practiced and being promoted, like the Massachusetts Institute of Technology model in the US. I served as the champion of MIT from 2019 to 2021. It is the best university globally. They have their own model where they reconcile knowledge and skills. And the same with Indian Institute of Technology in India, where they reconciled knowledge and skills. When they present a certificate, when their graduates present a certificate to you, any challenge you present to them, they will be able to do it. Today in Nigeria, a first-class graduate of electrical engineering could easily reach out to somebody who doesn't attend even primary school to come and fix electricity at home. And that is the reality. A graduate of a professor in mechanical engineering will not be able to fix a simple challenge with his vehicle. He needs the support of a roadside mechanic to do. Why? Because there is a line of demarcation in Nigeria between knowledge, theory, hypothesis, and skills. We prioritize the certificate only. While certificates are supposed to validate the skills and knowledge we acquired. And if a certificate fails to validate your certificate, then the aim of acquiring it has been defeated. That is the message in summary. it has been defeated. Furthermore, in the fourth industrial revolution, the purpose of acquiring knowledge, skills, and others is not about producing potential employees. It is no more about producing potential employees, but rather it is about producing potential employers. If our system of education cannot be able to produce potential employers, then we need to revisit that system of education. Our graduates are supposed to be potential employers, are supposed to be potential entrepreneurs. And this is what is happening in the developed countries like the US, like the graduates of MIT, and this is what is happening today in India. They are the largest exporter of what? Of skills. India exports skills to the world. Because if you look at the curriculum of IIT, Indian Institute of Technology today, you will discover that each graduate of the university is a potential employer of 100 people globally. But today, the challenge of getting employment is even harder and more difficult than getting admission and even going to school. If you are respected in your society, you will not be able to count the total number of CVs at your disposal. If you ask